Okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Yesterday and today, CT and I, we've been arguing. Okay, whatever. Microsoft account problem. I don't know what that's supposed to mean because it's all crap. Sorry, I'm not so good with technology. I say that a lot. That's because I don't want to put more effort into technology because why do I need to be really quick at recovering a password or stuff like that? I can type. Ooh, I can type. But all the other stuff, it just keeps changing and then being the same again and again and again. So if I figure out my Microsoft account now, next time they sort an update or they change around one of their liability things or some data law protection thing changes, then I have to, change it around again. Or next time in years, after I don't use the account, I want to touch the account again, then I have to figure it out again anyways. So it's annoying. I'm wearing my sunglasses right now because it is rather sunny. You can see here on the top of my hat. And while right now my eyes are okay, as soon as I look up a little bit, it catches. And my eyes are rather sensitive to the sun. Nothing to do with any radioactive stuff that I fell into. It's something that I did for years as a little kid already. And then as I was growing up, I was wearing transition lenses, which means, kids, my glasses looking normal, not these, the other ones, looking normal inside, when I go outside, it changes over to being sunglasses. And it does that fairly quickly. Also, if it gets really, really cold, the glasses change. I'm not sure why, but it has something to do with how it works with the pigments in the glass. Over many years, these transition lenses became like a crutch to my eyes. And my eyes got used to the fact that going inside and outside, they didn't really have to do a lot of work adjusting because the glasses did most of the adjusting. So my eyes and my head got used to that. Now that I don't have those glasses anymore, I'm noticing the difference because when I go outside and it's super, super bright, it's really uncomfortable and it stays uncomfortable for a really long time because it takes my eyes forever to adjust. At least that's what it feels like. That's why I'm wearing my sunglasses in some videos because it's uncomfortable otherwise. I mentioned these videos will become a regular thing because welcome to Weaver TV. This will be the last video released via messages. Oh no, it won't. I gotta write down the information for the YouTube channel for you guys. But anyways, Weaver TV. As mentioned before, 1st of April is not a day to mess with. You guys should have known better. Because this year on the 1st of April, first time ever, not one genuine April Fool's joke was played on enough people on the planet. And that is something that I am told to describe as a Jedi safety. And you don't want to mess with Jedi safeties. So I'm just gonna stretch a little bit. What that entails, I'm gonna video record as well. A lot of this is going to be geared towards children because I'm consistently going to be representing both sides, I hope, because I think a news channel should do that. So if you're talking about a news report for cats and dogs, it's really important that both the cat and the dog side is represented. And the more you can make this abstract, the greater your chance of not offending anybody. So I'm doing all of this intentionally. I could describe this with whatever vocabulary I want to. But as soon as I start using grown up vocabulary, this stuff might get very, very serious very, very quickly, because that's what grown ups do. I don't think that resolves a lot of problems, because in order to resolve problems, you have to be able to talk about them without people deciding one thing or the other is good or bad. That's why I think might be beneficial to approach some things like a child. So during the quarantine of the world, during the time of the scariest sniffles in history ever, I'm gonna start Weaver TV as a YouTube channel. Anybody's welcome to watch. I like to think it's kind of entertaining. Not trying to put myself in the spotlight because of something scary that is happening right now, but everywhere I go, all I can think is, wow, you should try that differently, and you should try that differently. And while I know how arrogant that sounds, if I explain to you some of the instances of this I've had while crossing your continent twice during the quarantine that has been happening, where everybody is talking about roadblocks in California and New York. How could I cross the continent twice if there was any roadblocks in California or New York? Also, there's a lot of major cities along the way that you have to drive through to get there. No roadblocks there either. Here and there, an exit is closed or two, yes, leading into residential areas, but you have full access in all directions. So, just, I don't know who else has been in California and New York over the last week. And I think firsthand reports are generally pretty accurate. So I'm doing this mainly for myself to keep score or record. Anybody else wants to peek at my notes is welcome to do so. You see inspiration in any of this? Great. My personal opinion, my mind and my body agreeing together with CT, would be that the quarantine is really essentially pointless. Because if you don't have 100% quarantine, you don't have quarantine. That's one of those things where left and right, yeah, let's all meet in the middle. It's not something where you get the political out. And if you try that with the political out, that's not a good idea. Quarantine is either fully on or fully off. And since fully on is total overkill right now and unacceptable to most of the country, then please start walking outside again. Send your kids back to school again. It takes a couple of days to habitualize something for a child. Anybody that has had their kids on full force playing video games since this thing has started, you are in for a shit surprise. Because the teachers are already writing out their wills and preparing the ropes and marking out the buildings that they might need going back to school. Because this is a delicate balance teachers have with their students. They're not going to be able to offset this random vacation that has been explained to the children in a million different ways. Or they will be able to, but differently across the country. We'll see. Alright. Just leave out for now for stretching. And a lot of things I might explain, I will explain to the children. I think that a lot of things parents might agree with. If I give support to the parents and make it sound like they don't know what they're talking about, it'd be good if they think about it twice. Like the stick thing, for example. Kids, you ever hear your parents saying, be careful when you're playing with that stick so you don't take somebody's eye out? It's really important that you listen. The funny thing is that they don't realize just how important this advice is, I think. Because if you're really, really, really careful with this stick for a very, 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 very long time, then you get a prize at the end. And what that prize is, I will show you in one of my videos.